this year.
So joining us to talk about some, we have Harry Phillips. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so Harry, I'm looking at this lineup, and there's some really
He's
big.
so excited
Tenacious
about it.
D, that's Jack Black here.
That was our huge announcement this week, and we're very excited to be one of 10 stops on Tenacious D's tour.
Wow.
So.
And that's, of course, you know who Jack Black is.
Yes.
Right? Yes. So those guys, that would be amazing to see. So when you're starting to trying to book these different acts, what are you looking for? Just diversity? What are you trying to?
That's part of it, and I work. We have an amazing director of programming who works with the promoters and the agents to book these acts, and we're looking at definitely diversity. We want to have, our goal is to have one show every year that at least somebody in West Michigan's going to want to come to. So diversity is definitely a big one. Popularity. Is it going to be entertaining? Just. We don't want to have the same thing over and over. And we really feel like when you look at the shows we've had over the last 5 years, we've had some amazing shows with sellouts like the Goo Goo Dolls. REO Speedwagon is sold out. They're coming in April.
Yes.
That's awesome. Talk about some of the other, big names or just people or groups that you think people are really looking forward to.
Well, this weekend we have Scotty McCreery, who's a former Idol contestant, and that's a big one people are really looking forward to. Obviously, the Tenacious D one is a huge one. You mentioned to me earlier Tommy Emmanuel's coming, which is a big one. We have Cash Doll coming, which is up-and-coming female rapper. So again, we're trying to bring some different shows in.
I think it's interesting, and I feel like I'm seeing this more and more, maybe not, but like REO Speedwagon, all these older bands starting to, hey, let's try this again. I just saw that Genesis is now getting back together, which was one of my favorite bands growing up. That's got to be of an appeal to a certain crowd.
Oh, absolutely. I think when you look at it, what's old is new again. People are getting back into the retro bands. I think a lot of folks that followed those bands when they were younger, whether you were a teenager or whatever, you get to relive your youth again and go see that band. The Goo Goo Doll show was amazing because we had people that were like, I was such a huge fan in the 90s, and I couldn't wait to get tickets. People traveled from Ohio and Indiana and all over to come see that show.
Fantastic. I love seeing that stuff.
So real quick, give people the details, on how to get tickets, how they can go about that, or if they're interested in several shows, all that stuff. Yeah.
So the biggest thing that we want to let people know is please buy your tickets either through the Kzoo State Theater box office or through Ticketmaster, which is our official vendor. You can go to kzoostate.com and you can get to either one of those. You can get the box office hours or you can get to Ticketmaster. There's a lot of third-party ticket sellers out there, and people are paying 3 times the price sometimes for tickets, or worse, they're getting counterfeit tickets. And it's a huge problem in the industry. Sports, entertainment, you name it. Everyone's having that problem, so that's a big thing.
And they show up and they can't get in.
You can't get in, and we do our best to try to accommodate things based on availability of tickets to the show and try to help them, but a show like the Goo Goo Dolls, it's sold out. There's nothing available and we can't help them. And it gets very frustrating for them because they're standing in the box office. They've been looking forward to this show for months. So that's one of our biggest things that we want to tell people.